Hey guys, so if you don't know me, my name is Ariel Moen Williford, and I'm the Youth and Children's Pastor at Clarksville Baptist Church in Clarksville, Virginia. And I just wanted to come to you on my way to a conference, like I'm getting ready to walk in. But I wanted to talk just for a minute about a win in youth ministry. Because sometimes we don't understand what a win is. Because, let's say, last night, for example, I thought it was terrible. Like, I didn't like it at all. The way my kids were acting, they never, like, not pay attention. And then last night, they didn't pay attention. And so I'm looking around and I'm like, what is going on? Why are my kids being ridiculous? And I ended up stopping my talk early and just saying, hey, there's some events and some things we have coming up. If you would like to be a part of it, that's great. I'm just going to give you some time to yourself. And, like, if you want to play a game, you can. If you want to play on the ping pong table, hide and go seek, whatever. And it was fine, right? So afterwards, a kid came up to me and he was new. And I felt terrible because he witnessed what was probably the worst youth event or the worst youth service we've had in about a year. And so, but he came up afterwards and he was like, Miss Ariel, can I talk to you? And I was like, sure. And he said, do you do this every week? And I said, yeah, we do. From 6:30 to 8 on Sunday nights. Every Sunday night through the school year, except for like holidays and stuff like that. And when they're out of school, a lot of times we don't meet just because they're not going to be there. So he said, oh, that's awesome because I had so much fun tonight and I liked it so much more than the youth group I've been attending. Okay, let me pause for a minute. Like, I do not like to take kids from other youth groups. Like, that's just not my thing. Like, go to your own youth group. I've been known in the past at my former church to say, what are you doing here? You go to the church down the road. You should go there because those are your people. But I didn't say that. I said, well, why did you like it more? And he said, and I quote, I loved it because you talked about Jesus. Jesus. Okay, so here's the thing. If you are in charge of any type of ministry, you need to talk about Jesus. Like, we started our Christmas series, so of course we're talking, like, actually about his birth. And I talked about Isaiah and how Isaiah foretold the birth of Christ. That's probably why my kids were, like, checking out. I had a 7th grader fall asleep. True story. So I thought it sucked because I had a 7th grader fall asleep. 2 of my high school girls were texting one another and they never do that. Like, they never pull out their phones unless I tell them to. And then, I had an 8th grade boy continually drop his phone on the ground because he was trying to get it to work. And yeah, like, the whole night was ridiculous. And yet this kid comes up to me at the end and says, I want to come back. Because you talk about Jesus. That's a win. Because this kid was brought by another kid who was brought by another kid who started coming this summer. So if you want to look for a win in youth ministry, do me a favor. Don't think about the service that you had. Think about, number 1, are the kids hearing about Jesus? And number 2, do they have fun? Number 3, do they want to come back? Because you know what? They want to come back. And so that's a win for us. That a kid who started coming this summer brought a friend who brought another friend who was super excited and even asked me to text his mom to tell him all about what we do in our youth ministry. So I just wanted to hop on real quick and just remind you that that's a win. Even though the night was horrible, that's a win.